we wrap up today's tour, students head home to DC with high hopes, good expectations, and great connections. Live from New York City, I'm Noni Marshall. With thousands gathered from across the country, it takes many different players to progress this movement. For Howard University News Service, I'm Noni Marshall. Initiative 71 was a Washington, D.C. voter-approved ballot initiative that legalized the recreational use of cannabis. But it still remains true that in the district, only medical dispensaries, like this one behind me, are legal. While owning a dispensary can have some of the same issues that starting any other business does, some aspiring dispensary owners of color don't know where to start. March for Our Lives drew thousands of supporters and took place around the world. Protesters demanded change in legislation to end gun violence. With recent school shootings, students say they live in fear at school.
I felt like I wasn't safe because before all these shootings happened, I felt like I was safe in my community, but now I know that there's more guns out there, that people hurt you.
Hands up, guns down! Hands up, guns down!
Dr. Nadia Ashimi is a physician and parent running for Congress who feels motivated by the movement.
I think what starts is CDC and the NIH doing research around gun violence, making sure that we have laws that protect our students from having this number of weapons and this degree of weapons that are available to people.
Teachers feel offended by the idea of arming themselves at school.
I think it's one of the stupidest ideas I've ever heard in my life. It's not only a bad idea, it's offensive that teachers who are asked to do so much already should now be asked to hold life and death in our hands.
With thousands gathered from across the country, it takes many different players to progress this movement. For Howard University News Service, I'm Noni Marshall. According to Statista, over 60% of New Year's resolutions include hopes of getting fit, eating healthier, or other health-related goals. But how many Americans stick to these resolutions? Nava Shaw is one of 146.6 million Americans who have made it their resolution to eat healthy this year. Cutting down on her meat consumption along with daily exercise are at the forefront of her plan to make a lifestyle change rather than a fleeting resolution.
So my New Year's resolution was to eat less meat. It's been going okay so far. I have definitely cut out a lot of meat. Like if I'm at a restaurant or ordering something, I will order vegetarian, and I also don't cook any meat anymore.
South Block is a healthy food shop on George Washington University's campus, housed in the same recreation center as their gym. This convenient location allows students access to a one-stop shop for all of their healthy living needs all year round.
Once they leave class, come here, grab their quick bowl or smoothies and head back to class.
Gyms like this one fill at the first of the year with hopeful people determined to make a lifestyle change. Yet the treadmills seem empty by the beginning of March.
We see a large influx of patrons that come, especially January and then again in August for those New Year's resolutions and then just setting goals.
As we approach the end of February, people are fighting to keep their New Year's resolutions afloat. Places like the gym on the campus of George Washington University are a prime example of a venue where people are reclaiming their health and making lifestyle changes that will last them beyond the first few months of the year. For News Vision, I'm Noni Marshall.
I think that with the government selling it, they pretty much just took what we did, or what people as Black people do, making a business for themselves, a life for themselves, and they just put the government name on it.
Jaya is referring to the legalization of cannabis, an industry that is growing more and more each year. Jordan Alexander is an educator by day, but has hopes of putting down the chalk and owning a dispensary of his own in the future.
I'm here. There is no Black dispensaries in this area. And that's the crazy part also, because I've grown up in this area. So to see like a dispensary on a main strip, Gaithersburg, Rockville, downtown Silver Spring, but none of them are Black owned.
Initiative 71 was a Washington, D.C. voter-approved ballot initiative that legalized the recreational use of cannabis. But it still remains true that in the district, only medical dispensaries, like this one behind me, are legal. While owning a dispensary can have some of the same issues that starting any other business does, some aspiring dispensary owners of color don't know where to start.
I feel like they might, it's set against us not to own our own business, especially not in the weed business. And they might be stricter background checks, stricter everything just to get us. We have bigger obstacles, more than white people, to open up dispensaries.
Minorities only comprise 19% of dispensary owners. Included in that 19% are the owners of the U Smoke Shop in Northwest DC. Serving customers of all ages and colors, business is booming and their sales are on an upward trend, setting an example for other aspiring dispensary owners of color that it can be done.